CRA warning. Thousands told to repay old benefits. Overpayment Crackdown 2025. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. Across the country, thousands of Canadians are opening their mailboxes to find something they never expected. Repayment letters from the Canada Revenue Agency. What was once seen as essential financial help during the pandemic has now become a source of stress for many households. Billions of dollars are being recovered through what the agency calls post-payment verification, and even tax refunds or government credits are being used to recover debts you may not realize you owe. In this video, we'll break down what this repayment crackdown really means for Canadians, who's being asked to pay, why the agency is increasing recovery efforts in 2025, and how everyday taxpayers are getting caught off guard. You'll learn how these repayment letters work, what triggers a review, and what you can do to protect your finances before the next tax season. And make sure you stay with us until the end, because we'll uncover something most Canadians haven't heard about. Why your next tax refund could disappear overnight, the hidden offset trap. It's a crucial piece of this story that could impact anyone expecting a refund this year. If you want to stay informed and protect your hard-earned money, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll keep you updated on every major change that affects Canadians. Let's get started. Hidden liabilities behind pandemic support. What seemed like a lifeline during the pandemic has turned into a liability for thousands. The Canada Revenue Agency has entered full recovery mode, going after billions in emergency benefits that were issued quickly between 2020 and 2022. These benefits were rolled out to support workers, families, and businesses hit by lockdowns and job losses. But they were approved with minimal upfront verification. Now the agency is reviewing every case, cross-referencing tax filings, employment records, and bank deposits to confirm eligibility. The findings are troubling. Many Canadians receive benefits they technically didn't qualify for, even if it was unintentional. If your benefit period is flagged, you're required to repay the full amount for that time. Thousands have already received repayment letters, and more are expected as this recovery phase intensifies through 2025 and into 2026. Billions in overpayments are in the pipeline, and many Canadians underestimate how quickly their tax refunds or government credits can be used to offset these debts. This issue exposes two major risks: eligibility risk, whether you qualified for the benefit in the first place, and collection risk, what happens if you now owe money back. Understanding the eligibility criteria. To understand your risk, you first need to know what the eligibility rules were. For example, the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, known as CERB, ran from March 2020 to late September 2020, with applications closing at the end of that year. To qualify, you needed to earn at least $5,000 in employment or self-employment income in the 12 months before applying, experience a work stoppage or reduction in hours due to COVID-19, not have quit voluntarily, and be a resident of Canada over age 15. If you didn't meet those requirements for any payment period, say you returned to work earlier than declared or earned more than the income threshold, you're required to repay that period's benefit in full. Other benefits had different rules, including the Canada Recovery Benefit, the Canada Recovery Sickness Benefit, and the Canada Recovery Caregiving Benefit. Some applicants also unknowingly received overlapping benefits from both the Canada Revenue Agency and Employment and Social Development Canada through Service Canada. Those duplicate payments are now being reclaimed. The bottom line? Even if you believed you were eligible at the time, the agency's review may decide otherwise, and that's when repayment demands begin. Why the recovery phase is peaking now. Many Canadians are asking why repayment letters are arriving years after benefits ended. The answer is simple. The government focused on speed during the crisis, planning to verify eligibility later. According to government oversight documents, the post-payment verification program was designed as a multi-year effort spanning from 2021 through 2025. That means 2025 is the peak year for recovery. Most Canadians filed their taxes assuming everything was settled, but as the agency matched income records, banking data, and employer reports, discrepancies surfaced. The result? Thousands of Canadians are now being asked to return funds they received years ago. Because the total amounts are so large and public confusion remains high, this crackdown is expected to continue through 2026. The agency has now shifted from reminders to enforcement, using letters, collection notices, and refund offsets to recover what it deems overpayments. How the Canada Revenue Agency collects. Once the agency determines that you owe money, several collection tools come into play. First, you'll see the balance in your CRA My account, often accompanied by a formal notice of debt. Second, the agency can use your tax refund or government credits, such as the GST or HST credit, to reduce your balance. This refund offset power was reinstated in late 2022 and has become one of the main recovery tools. Third, if you can't pay in full, you can call the Canada Revenue Agency to arrange a payment plan. The agency allows interest-free arrangements specifically for COVID-19 benefit debts, making it easier for taxpayers to repay gradually. And finally, if you believe the agency made an error or you were eligible, you can request a second review or file an official objection. Many Canadians have successfully appealed repayment decisions after providing new evidence of eligibility, such as pay stubs, tax returns, or proof of self-employment income. So if you receive a repayment notice, don't ignore it. The longer you wait, the higher the chance your refund or credits will be automatically redirected to cover your debt. What this means for Canadians. If you received any form of pandemic benefit, it's time to assess your risk. Ask yourself these questions. Did I meet the eligibility rules for every period I claimed? Did I receive benefits from both Service Canada and the Canada Revenue Agency for the same period? Did my income exceed the allowable threshold? Did my employment situation change before my benefits ended? If you're uncertain, gather your documents now. That includes payslips, bank statements, T4s, and tax returns for 2019 through 2021. Keep proof of the dates you applied and the payments you received. If you receive a repayment letter, read it carefully. Verify the time period, the department that issued the benefit, and the exact amount. Then decide whether to pay, request a review, or negotiate a repayment plan. Remember, the most common shock isn't a letter. It's discovering that your expected refund has already been applied to a debt. That's what's catching thousands of Canadians off guard this year. Thanks for staying with us this far. We appreciate your time and hope you're finding this information valuable. Why your next tax refund could disappear overnight. The hidden offset trap. Here's the part most Canadians don't know. Even if you never receive a new letter, the Canada Revenue Agency can quietly use your next refund to settle an old debt. This is known as an offset, and it allows the agency to automatically redirect any money you're owed, from a tax refund to a government credit, toward your outstanding balance. You may not see a warning in your return summary. You simply file your taxes, expect a refund, and then weeks later log in to find your balance reduced to zero because it was applied to a past overpayment. It's not a penalty or punishment, it's a standard recovery mechanism. But for many Canadians counting on refunds to pay bills or cover rent, it's a painful surprise. Offsets are already happening across the country in 2025, and the process will continue into 2026. The most effective way to protect yourself is to check your CRA account early, confirm whether you owe anything, and if you do, make a small payment arrangement before tax season. Doing so can prevent your full refund from being taken all at once. This is why the issue goes beyond those who applied for benefits. Anyone expecting a refund this year could be affected. Your tax planning should include the possibility that your refund may be redirected without notice. Path to mitigation, how to stay protected. There are 3 steps Canadians should take immediately. Verify, document, and negotiate. Verify. Log into your CRA My account and check if there's a balance listed for COVID-19 benefit repayments. Review any notices of redetermination carefully. Document. Collect your income proof, employer letters, and tax records for the relevant years. Documentation is your best defense if you need to challenge a decision. Negotiate. If you owe money and can't pay the full amount, call the Canada Revenue Agency's Collections Department and request a manageable payment plan. There's no interest on COVID-19 benefit debts, and the agency is open to flexible repayment schedules. If you believe a mistake was made, request a review and submit supporting evidence right away. Finally, build your budget with caution. Assume that part of your refund could be applied toward any outstanding debt. Plan your finances accordingly to avoid surprise deductions. By acting now, you'll reduce your risk, maintain control, and protect your refund before the agency does it for you. The pandemic relief programs were created to help Canadians weather a crisis, but the cleanup phase is proving just as challenging. The Canada Revenue Agency is enforcing repayment with precision, and the impact can reach anyone, from small business owners to healthcare workers, hospitality staff, and essential employees who depended on temporary foreign workers and permanent residents to keep industries running. This isn't about punishment, it's about verification. And while many took those funds in good faith, the system is now correcting itself. The key is to stay informed, organized, and proactive. What's happening now is a reminder that no benefit comes without accountability. Check your CRA account, gather your records, and reach out early if you owe. You can still resolve it on your terms before your refund is used automatically. If this video helped you understand what's going on, share it with others who may have received pandemic benefits. They need this information too. And if you want to stay updated on how new tax rules and immigration policies affect Canadians, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.